Here's a shocking statistic. The average American woman is thought to spend over $250,000 on skincare in her lifetime. Also, the average American woman is thought to spend over 2.5 years cumulatively in her entire life applying skincare products in front of the mirror, doing other skincare routines, spending time on skincare. Now, these statistics are absolutely mind-boggling. They're shocking. Now, to add insult to injury, most skincare products are completely unnecessary. What do I mean by that? Well, it goes like this. And as you've seen in my previous video, most skincare products are divided into two categories. Abrasives, meaning skincare products that take away from the superficial layers of the skin, protective elements and other elements of the upper layers of the skin, stripping them off with a blunt hand. And that in turn creates a need in the sensitive skin individual for another category of products that are known as moisturizers, or products that provide occlusion or emollients to the skin. Under the normal run of things, we would have very little to do with either product category. There's no reason, much less a proven benefit, for using abrasives from head to toe, such as shampoos, soaps, detergents, body cleansers, body washes, brushes, loofahs, washcloths, gloves. Any one of these products does not provide any added proven value to your skin. That being said, the skincare industry has worked very hard to make these products and the effects that they create synonymous with some form of health benefit. This is all a lie, meaning the refreshing your skin or giving your skin a wake-up call or any such word game that the skincare industry plays means absolutely nothing. These products have no benefit except for hand washing in the healthcare setting, maybe some forms of antibacterial products in the setting of acne or skin infections, certain skin infections that is, and very discriminately at that. Most of these products have zero benefit. What they do is they actually cause a net harm. First of all, by spending the time and the money to buy the product, by spending the time to apply the product, and then ultimately dealing with the aftermath of the effects that these products create, which is abrasion of the skin, reinforcing skin sensitivity, reinforcing skin irritability, and eventually leading to skin irritation in many forms. The second category of products, that is moisturizers, also is not mostly necessary by most people. Most people have normal skin, functionally able to sustain and hold its own, provide its own ingredients, and hold its integrity in check. Skin, human skin that is a miraculous organ. It is able to do all these things. It is able to provide for itself. What the skincare industry does with a lot of these products is that it creates an impetus or a drive, an incentive to use the first category of products, that is the abrasives, and then in turn that creates a need or a sales funnel for the second category, the moisturizers. Now, what do we do about that? Well, I invite you to play the ultimate skincare game of elimination. Eliminate unnecessary products from your skincare routine, from your daily use. Use them only as needed. So what can you eliminate? Eliminate them from your everyday use. Now, I get it. This is not for the faint of heart. You have to take a leap of faith. Most of us, including myself, have been raised in an environment that preaches cleaning from head to toe. And then for a lot of us, moisturizing arbitrarily in various body parts using so-called special products such as eye creams, face creams, hand creams, and so on, which are another layer of the fraud, meaning there is no product that it works especially well for eyes or for face or for hands. One product can actually work if it's a good fit, can work for the entire skin. The only difference is that you would use different amounts and you would apply it at different times as needed for that specific body parts. Certain body parts do not need to be moisturized throughout the entire lifetime of a person. Certain body parts go drier, are more sensitive, more fragile, and thus require moisturization under certain circumstances, but certainly not automatically. So what can you do? Well, first of all, I would consider eliminating all the abrasive products from your daily use, save for very few examples. You can eliminate shampoo without having to worry about any health fallout. The one thing that I would mention is I get it that certain shampoos give you a certain style or texture that you're used to. Under those circumstances, I can't challenge that. If that works for you, by all means use it, but use it as little as possible. And remember, shampoos as a category are detergent-containing products, meaning they do actually dry out the hair. Even if they add something in return, they do actually cause abrasion of the hair shaft and the scalp, so they have a drying effect on your skin. The other thing to consider is avoiding washing your face with any sort of detergents, cleansers, or using micellar water to remove makeup. You can actually remove makeup quite safely by using coconut oil or other vegetable-derived oils such as sunflower oil, argan oil. You can even use white petroleum jelly to remove the makeup. It has quite a bit of traction. The trick is to use very small amounts of these products and to rinse off the residue. When you're done, you'll be left with a layer of occlusive moisturizer on your skin, on your face. These are, by the way, non-comedogenic as a whole. The other thing to remember is that you don't need to soap your arms or your legs. You don't need to use anything to abrade them, such as scrubs, exfoliants, loofahs, washcloths, or any other abrasive product. These are completely useless. They have zero evidence to back up their use. You don't need them. The one thing they do and will do is that they will abrade your skin. They will make your skin more sensitive. And if your skin is at a tipping point and cannot make up for the damage that you've inflicted, it will actually eventually become too sensitive and irritable to eventually form consistently dry skin and eventually possibly eczema or irritation of the skin. These are all real-world effects that many people suffer, especially when they go overboard, despite the skin telling them, I am dry, I am irritable, stop where you are. The skin actually can signal that to you. So pay attention to what your skin tells you and try to avoid all these products. The one exception that I do tell people is okay, where you can actually use soap, is to use soap on the stinky parts. What are the stinky parts? These are the skin folds that make body odor. That could be an issue for some people. If body odor is an issue for you, by all means, you can use a soap. Do not use antibacterial soaps unless actually discussed with your dermatologist. Gentle soaps can actually clear out the areas from body odor just as effectively as antibacterial soaps, and antibacterial soaps have many inherent risks involved with using them. So use something like a free and clear soap product with no dye and no fragrance. You can wash the area, lather up the soap over the armpits, the groin, and the butt crack, wash it off with tepid water, and you're done. The other thing to remember is the temperature of the water needs to be tepid or cold. Too hot of a temperature can actually scald the skin, has zero benefit health-wise, and can actually disrupt the skin barrier and make your problems worse. Now, as far as using a moisturizer, so a lot of people use moisturizers automatically, and that is a problem. First of all, it is a net loss because you're actually spending the time and the money on products that you may not even need. Meaning you don't need all the lotions or the creams if your skin is perfectly fine or even oily, which a lot of the times, by the way, is a result of excessive skincare. Meaning the skin is being abraded consistently, and as a reaction, it actually kicks oil production into overdrive. Backing away from abrasive products does take a time for the skin to reset, but in a few weeks, the skin actually will decrease its oil production and you will have normally moisturized skin pretty much uniformly. So something to try out. Remember that you don't need to moisturize automatically. Not everybody needs to moisturize. But what can be a situation is if you have a certain dry body part that is consistently dry, even after you've backed away from abrasives, you may need to moisturize that body part, and that is something you want to pay attention to. The moisturizers I recommend are very few and far apart. I do recommend white petroleum jelly as an excellent moisturizer that works really well. The trick is to use a tiny amount of that product because it can actually become quite greasy and messy, and you can end up with residue that does not serve your skin at all, but can stain your clothes, your sheets, or your furniture, and that could be a problem. So use a drop-size amount of the white petroleum jelly, or you can use my vegan balms alternatively. Again, a drop size amount goes a long way, and you can use the drop size amount to moisturize those areas as I've demonstrated in previous videos at the link above. Now, consider this a challenge. Back away from abrasive products to the best of your ability. See what happens. Give it a few weeks for the skin to reset and readjust itself to the new environment, and see how you can actually save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year in skincare product use. Obviously, save yourself a lot of trouble as far as sensitizing your skin and irritating your skin. And then on the back end of the sales funnel, save yourself some money in indiscriminate moisturization. Do not moisturize all over the place or automatically as you're being told by skincare manufacturers. They have no idea who you are. They have no idea what your needs are. They have no idea what moisturizer would work for you. All they do is produce the products and market and promote them to you, so you will use them indiscriminately, waste time and money, and buy more of their products. And that is really the main point of the skincare industry. So take it as a challenge. Wean yourself off of abrasives on the front end of the sales funnel. Wean yourself off of moisturizers on the back end of the sales funnel, and see how much time, money, and resources, not to mention heartache, you can save yourself. If you've liked this video, share, like, and subscribe. Share it with the people you love. More great content coming your way right from this channel. Thanks for watching, and God bless.